That is totally a water bottle filled with pee. Classy, Modesto, very classy. Alright, today is Tuesday. I have still not bought myself a microphone for vlogging in the car. I chose to drive the Subaru instead of the Galant today, so hopefully the cabin is a little quieter. I mean, there's no exhaust. I'm not lowered, so it should be quieter, I guess. Today we will be filming another episode of Numbers. I was thinking, what about my top 5 movies about cars, or cars related in that vicinity? So, starting off, my top 5 favorite car movies. Starting with number 5. I'm gonna say 5 is like number 5. Number 1 is number 1. So, least to greatest, I guess. Somewhat favorite to my favorite. I would watch that every day, which now is making it kind of difficult to think about that, because there are some after number 1. There are some honorable mentions that I'll toss in there. And if you have a car movie in mind and I don't say it, please comment it below and let me know, because I need to watch more movies. All right. Number 5. Number 5 is one that I didn't really think I'd be interested in, just because it's not very, I mean, you wouldn't expect it. So, Nicolas Cage's Gone in 60 Seconds. I'm not sure when that came out. I want to say like 2004. 2004. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna put it up right here and see if I was right, and I probably wasn't. But if I was, extra points for me. Gone in 60 Seconds, if you have not watched it yet, I would say is like a solid 7 out of 10 for me. It is a lot about cars. So if you haven't watched it, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but the premise is Nick Cage has a younger brother that is somehow affiliated with bad people, and he owes them money, a lot of money. So then the guy's like, all right, to make up for your debt, you're gonna have to find me this list of cars that they give. It kind of feels like the premises of Need for Speed, the video game, where you have the knockout list, and I'm pretty sure you collect their cars.
Yeah, this here is the number 15 guy on the blacklist. You got a lot of rep to earn before you get to run with him.
Thanks for the update.
Nick Cage collects cars for his brother to get the debt paid. The cars that they collect are pretty badass, but I'm like, I wish there was a little bit JDM or more JDM. They could have had some JDM. They decided not to. But it was also like an American movie. I'm pretty sure it was a remake. Gone in 60 Seconds was an older movie, similar to Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious is actually not a remake, but more of, they use the same name. And the first one was also a car movie, I guess. I haven't watched it. I know I've seen flyers or the posters for it. Just never watched it. Oops. Number 4. Number 4 might be higher up on a few of your lists, but I'm gonna go with Pixar Cars, just because out of all the movies, that's the only one that I can think of that's like animated. But it's pretty solid for an animated kids movie. I don't 100% feel like Cars was a kids movie, like Finding Nemo, yeah, kids movie. But also about like a dad finding his son and that bond. I feel like a lot of kids didn't really catch that. But then Cars was about like an arrogant ego head that got humbled. So I'm like, okay. I get it. Did kids get it? Did I get it as a kid? No. I just thought it was dope that there was cars that could talk. Also, the legendary scene, you know what scene, if you're a JDM fan, that may have triggered something in your young, impressionable minds back then. I'm gonna just cut to it right now. Tell me that wasn't like the coolest scene out of any movie ever. Like, that's pretty solid. Overall, I would give Pixar Cars 8 out of 10. Cars 2, oh, I would have to give that like a 5 or a 4. Storyline, kind of random. They felt like they took a book out of Fast and the Furious, or Fast and the Furious took a page out of their book, having Mater become a plane, shit like that. Like, okay, you still got some racing, but now they're spies, and you got like a British dude with an accent. Which one am I talking about? Am I talking about Fast and the Furious or Cars 2? Cars 3 though, fuck. I remember, so Pixar Cars came out when we were kids. Pixar Cars 3, well, I guess that's Disney Cars now. Disney Pixar Cars, whatever. 3 came out like 2015, 2014. I'm really bad with years, I guess. I'm gonna say 2013 is when number 3 came out, in my head at least. So I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I was still in high school, but damn, the trailer with him just like flipping around. If you haven't seen the third movie, first of all, you had over 10 years to watch it, so I don't care about spoilers. But this trailer right here, I'm gonna add it in right now, because that was rough as a young adult. Like, damn, how do you watch your childhood being destroyed? Oh wow, they actually did. They did it like Pixar. No, damn, why I keep saying Pixar? They did it like Toy Story 3, when all the toys are about to get burned in the incinerator, and all the adults in the movie theaters were crying and yelling and cussing and stuff, including me, because that was some bullshit. They did like the same thing, but in a trailer. It felt like the first 5 seconds of Up. Shit was rough for no reason, for a kids movie. Cars 3 though, I'm gonna give that an 8. That was pretty solid. It would feel weird though to put Cars 3 instead of Cars 1 in my list of 5. But I'm gonna put those together. Those are the two that I'm a joint. They're joint twins. All right, number 3. We are getting into like. We're getting into the nitty gritty. I'm gonna give 3. Baby Driver. Baby Driver is one of those movies that. makes my hands sweat, which is like, if your hands have never sweat while watching a movie, first of all, you're watching some movies, because Baby Driver makes your hands sweat. Especially if you're like into cars, you're like sitting on the edge of your seat the whole time. There's a few times where it's like, okay, they had to tell some story. You can't just show an hour and 45 minutes of straight driving, which would be cool. Baby Driver is up there as number 3. If you've never seen Baby Driver, do it now. Stop this episode and go watch it. I thought it was about a baby driver. I mean, at the same time they had what is it, Baby Boss or Boss Baby? So I mean, they're throwing the name Baby out a lot, so I don't know. I almost said Boss Baby. I'm gonna give Baby Driver an 8 out of 10. That and the soundtrack, whew, shit's a banger. Watch that. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Comment your favorite part. Let me know. I'm gonna start doing giveaways on YouTube for comments. So if you haven't watched it, or if you have, comment your favorite Baby Driver scene, and I will choose someone at the end of the month for a free something. All right, another one that might surprise you. Number 2. This is a childhood banger, especially from my hometown of Modesto. If you guys know what I'm talking about, just because of that. Whoop. If you have not guessed it yet, man, American Graffiti. Which is another one I need to add stickers of, American Graffiti cars. Like the T-Bird with the questionable prostitute. Not Han Solo. What is Han Solo's actual name? Tom? No. Ford? No. I'm gonna say Han Solo, I guess. Indiana Jones. Damn, I'm really drawing a blank on his name. On the actor's name for Han Solo and Indiana Jones is...
3 hours later.
Nope. If you've never watched American Graffiti, it is one of those... everything somehow happens in a night. And a lot of things happen in one night. The 2 friends out of the group are going to college, going away, leaving Modesto. And they're like, let's have a crazy night before we get on the plane. And it's a group of 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. But then they have their own mini adventures and come together sometimes and then go do other things. It's a pretty good, like, coming of age movie that has to do a lot with cars. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not huge on cars other than the time period and like people cruising down McHenry and all that. It really is like a coming of age movie that feature cool classic cars. I'm gonna keep it as number 2 because at a time I would watch it every year when they would play it at the State Theater. So, number 1, we are here. Also, we are in Turlock, so good timing, I guess. Number 1, it's pretty tough. I'm gonna just say it. Oh, fuck. Nope. Sticking to it. Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift is my number 1 movie. I watched that every day in high school because, strangely enough, I did not watch it prior to high school, and it came out maybe when I was in middle school, early middle school. I had a friend, because I had really long hair, like down to my shoulders almost, when I was younger, and they would call me Han, and I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea who Han was, why they wanted me to get his money. Like, one of my friends, DJ, would be like, hey, just say the line. And I was like, what line? He's like, from Tokyo Drift. I had no idea what Tokyo Drift was back then, because I wasn't into cars, like not as much as I am today. But he was like, say the line. I was like, what line? He'd be like, there's a guy in there with a paw. A paw? I was like, yeah. Give me my money. Go get my money. I'm just like, long-haired Andrew. Give me my money. No idea what that was from, but now that I do now, I did not look like Han.
There's a guy in there with a paw that owes me some money. A paw? Who gave me my money? Okay.
I was an Asian kid with long hair, that's it. But apparently we all look the same with long hair. So, whatever. Soon Kang, if you see this, I will be your doppelganger. Sometime, I guess. But Tokyo Drift is definitely one of those movies. If we had people coming over, I would throw it on. If we had a birthday party, and it was either my birthday or someone's birthday at our house, I would toss Tokyo Drift on the TV for the ambiance. I still do that, honestly. Like, Christmas party, Tokyo Drift. Thanksgiving, Tokyo Drift. Funerals, Tokyo Drift twice. Here are my extra honorable mentions. Gran Turismo is one of those movies where my hands sweat, because the storyline, solid. Based on a true story, solid. The effects, oh man, if those effects were in Tokyo Drift, out of the water. Everyone's done. Just go retire. Best movie ever made. But the effects in Gran Turismo were so freaking cool. Damn. If you haven't watched that yet, I want to say it's on Netflix. That's a 10 out of 10. I would put that somewhere in between 2 and 3, but I've watched it maybe 3 times since it came out, so it's not like this is the best movie ever made. I'm gonna watch it every single day like Tokyo Drift, but still pretty solid. Another honorable mention, not the live action Initial D, but the actual cartoon Initial D movies. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3. Live action Initial D is a disgrace. So I'm really hoping Soon Kang's live new one, whenever that's made, I really hope it's amazing. I have a feeling it will be, but I really hope it's amazing, because the live action one was straight dookie, but the cartoon ones, bangers. Third honorable mention. I don't know if I have a third honorable mention. Thinking of movies that are about cars. If I think of one later, when we're driving home, I'll let you know. But that's it for now. Oh, I was too far. Oops. I get a door ding. It's on that guy. All right, we out. See you guys.